The Xabi Alonso era is about to kick off. Real Madrid are about to play their first game with him as the new manager in the FIFA Club World Cup against Al Hilal. And it's just an exciting time right now to be a Real Madrid fan. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about the upcoming match, possible lineups, my expectations for Xavi and a couple of players, and why I don't think this game is a layup. We have new players, a new manager, and a big target on our back. This isn't just some kind of friendly or preseason warm-up. This is going to be a real deal. And we're trying to win. We're trying to win the Club World Cup. But there's got to be some pressure for Xavi to make a good impression and some of the new signings as well. But we're Real Madrid. We play to win no matter what. Let's get into it. So first off, let's talk about why this game matters. Obviously, it's Xabi Alonso's first official match as the new manager at Real Madrid. We are going to see his tactics, his squad choices, and his intensity all for the first time. And I'm sure he wants to make an impression. And I'm sure the players want to make an impression too to Xavi and the fans. Because, look, as far as I'm concerned, a lot of players are trying out for their roles right now. The new signings are coming in, and I'm sure they want to be starters. And then the former players from last season, they might get replaced. So, it's one of those situations where iron sharpens iron, and there's going to be some competition not only within the team, but also out on the pitch. And that's what makes this game so exciting, and Xavi being at the helm, because we get to see all this come around in this tournament. And there's going to be some high quality. Like, this isn't going to be preseason where we see a lot of young players come in and play. Like, everybody has something to prove. This is a new era where everybody's starting over from scratch. Now, there are players that have their position sorted out automatically, right? Vinny, Mbappe, Jude, Fede, Courtois. But everything else is up for grabs. And we get to see that dynamic play right in front of our eyes in real time as these games are played out. And that's an exciting thing. So I expect us to be competitive in every match. And I expect us to win every game. Every game. And if we make it to the final against PSG, and yes, I have PSG going in there. They are unbelievable right now. But I expect us to be in the final. With that being said, and focusing on the upcoming match, don't sleep on Al Hilal. Don't sleep on them. This is not a layup. They got legit experience. They just brought in Inzaghi at the manager position. Yes, the same coach that just coached Inter in the UCL final, even though they got embarrassed, but they've just signed him. He's bringing some experience. They got players. They have players like Mitrovic, Neves, Bono, Koulibaly. They have some big names in there, and they all have experience. They may not be an elite European team, but don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. These guys know how to play. So anything can happen in 90 minutes. I'm a strong believer that anything can happen in 90 minutes. Going back to my original point, I think we're going to bring some intensity. Our players are going to bring intensity. Xavi's going to bring intensity. I expect us to dominate. With that being said, we might have to give our team a little grace. Coming into a new system, especially the players that are coming from the Ancelotti era, it's going to take time for them to get that out of their system. Learning a new system in any form of sports is hard to do. It really is. It's hard to do. Xabi Alonso's been with us for 10 minutes. They are learning this new system as it goes. So we're going to see that play out. And there's going to be some mistakes. But based on what I've seen from the clips and training, like, Xavi's out there individually showing them what he expects them to do. Those training sessions look super intense. So that just lets me know that they are taking this very seriously. The player's not maybe understanding his tactics 100% all the way, but you better believe that we're going to see some type of blueprints come together throughout these games. And by the end of this tournament, I think it's all going to gel together. That's the exciting part. But again, as a fan, we need to give some grace for the system to come together, for the players to understand what Xavi is trying to instill in this club. and we get to see it play out in this tournament. All right, let's talk lineup. So I want to get the injuries out of the way, right? We have a bunch of players that are still recovering. Militao, Alaba, Camavinga, Carvajal. And then there are some reports that I've seen that Mbappe has a fever. I don't know how you get a fever in Miami. I think I do know how you get a fever in Miami, but it's not that kind of fever. That's what the reports are, is that Mbappe has a slight fever, so he may not be available. So here's what I'm thinking. Obviously, a keeper, Courtois, number 1 in the world in my eyes. If you don't think he's number 1, he's definitely top 3, and he's not number 3. How about that? Defense. So this is where it gets tricky. Obviously, we're going to throw Dean in there. I don't think Rudiger is ready. So we're going to see Asensio. So Dean and Asensio are going to hold it down as the center backs. I think we're putting Trent in there, obviously, right? I don't think we're going to be doing this Fede Valverde at right back type of nonsense. So Trent at right back, and Fran Garcia is going to be getting all the minutes at left back. Mendy's hurt. I forgot to mention him as injured players, but Mendy's hurt. So Fran Garcia is going to see a lot of time. So that's my back line right there. Midfield. There are a lot of options here. Tchouameni, Fede, right? Those two off the bat, starters. And then, Jude, given his shoulder and everything like that, I'm interested to see what Xavi ends up doing with him as far as like minutes. Just being mindful that, we're going to need him throughout the whole season. So how much does he play in this tournament? So Arda Güler will probably see the start in this game over Jude, just because of fitness and worries about that shoulder. And then attack, Vinicius and Mbappe. Now, again, if Mbappe has a fever, we could see some other options there. We could see Brahim, Rodrigo. Those are the options there at attack. The only real new thing, the wrinkle that we're going to see is this in the back line. Dean, Asensio, and Trent. I know everybody's going to be excited to see that. I want to see how Trent plays under Xavi. Very excited to see what that looks like for him. And then Dean, based on what we saw in the Euros, will Xavi give him that kind of leash to come up into the midfield and make some plays, get involved in the attack. That's very exciting. Don't be surprised if Rodrigo starts. Again, there's a lot of talk about him being shipped out. There were some pictures of him and Xavi working individually, and a lot of speculation in the Spanish media saying that he's not training with the team and stuff like that. I think that's kind of unfair, but we could see him start. Again, this might be another opportunity for him to prove that he wants to be at Real Madrid, wants to fight for his position, or we're just putting him out there for other clubs to kind of see what they can get for his price. Here's what excites me the most. We're about to see Xavi ball in action at our club, right? That is just the most exciting part out of all of this. I want to see Xavi ball all day. I can't wait to see it. We're playing Xavi ball. Barcelona had the tiki-taka. We got Xavi ball. That's what we got. That's what I'm calling it all season, Xavi ball. High pressing, vertical play, no passengers, right? You either press or you sit. And that's just what we've been seeing in the training sessions, right? And again, when you press, right, everybody has to buy in. If one or two players don't buy into that press, then what everybody else is doing just doesn't work. That's how a press works. So I'm interested to see if Vinny's going to be getting back, Mbappe, Rodrigo, if they're going to buy into that. And this is how Xavi has it set up, pressing just all over the field. I'm very excited for that. This is a clean slate. Again, like I said earlier, everybody's role is up in the air right now. And again, we're not going to bench Vinny, right? But he's going to have to show that he's buying into Xavi's system, or, something's going to happen. He's not going to get benched, but something's going to happen. Everything's going to look a lot different, guys. Everything's going to look different. And again, going back to that grace, like new system, everything, but all of this is going to look different. And again, I keep saying this, that's very exciting. This is a new era, new time, and this is the right format, this FIFA Club World Cup, to put this all together. This isn't a throwaway tournament. This is not a throwaway tournament. At first I thought it was. I really did. I bought into it. Is it a money grab? Absolutely. Real Madrid want to win everything. We want to win everything, whether it's the first time or the most times. We want to win everything. That creates pressure. Florentino knows this. He has shown that he's doing whatever it takes to win this tournament. He paid an extra $10 million just to bring Trent in early for this tournament. We've gone after Dean Huijsen. We're currently going after Carreras. We just signed Franco. I know he can't play with us. He's going to be playing for River Plate, but still, Flo is showing that this tournament is serious. Flo wants to win this thing. I don't know what else to say. I want to win it too. So this tournament is not a throwaway tournament anymore. For us, as a Real Madrid fan, we taking this seriously. And if you're not on board with that, I don't know what's wrong with you. This is the first obstacle to the season. This is the first chance at a big trophy, major bag, right? We're talking millions of dollars. And to come in off of that and win this thing and go into La Liga, I think that'll help boost confidence for these players. And Xavi. Have a good showing in this tournament. Have some good results. Have some good competition. And the team gets to gel and figure this all out in real time. I urge you to take this competition seriously. And I urge you to give the team some grace to figure out this new Xavi ball system, because it's going to take time. It's going to take time. But again, we have the players that can win us these games until they figure it out. And that's the whole thing. But there's some good teams in here. I talked about PSG, but we got Bayern that put up 10 on a semi-pro team. But 10 goals is 10 goals. I don't care. Atletico still in there. They give us fits. They look toothless against PSG, but PSG is just that good, right? We didn't bring Xabi Alonso in to compete, right? We brought him in to dominate. And that's what Real Madrid does. We dominate. And we are going to be one of the best Real Madrid teams that you've seen. So those are my thoughts ahead of the Real Madrid versus Al Hilal game. Let me know in the comments, what's your starting lineup? Who do you think should be out there? What formation do you think will get out there? What are you expecting from Xavi ball? And who do you think will win this tournament? I mean, just because you're a Real Madrid fan, you might feel like we're not set up to win this tournament. Who are you most excited to see under Xabi Alonso? That's what I really want to know. I'm really excited to see Trent. What Xavi did with his fullbacks or wingbacks at Bayern, Trent could be transformational and solidify that he's the best right back in the world. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more Madrid content. All right? A la Madrid.